Well, hello, sunshine. Laura Ashley Abraham here, one of the Michigan Medium Angels. This is your energy forecast video for May. So this is a re-record because, as some of you may know, there was a snafu. Apparently, there was no sound on the first video, and this was me this morning when I woke up. Yeah. Okay. Ever have one of those mornings? That was my morning. So I am going to do your video forecast over again, and hopefully the message that came through on the first one is going to come through on this one. And of course it will. It's actually going to be better than it was the last time. And that's what my guides were saying. There's a reason that happened. Obviously, everything happens for a reason. And so I had to let go of why. And I know that there's, some things that are going to actually be good that are going to come out of this. And maybe there's somebody out there who is struggling right now and having a hard time. And, you were trying to do something and it just doesn't feel like it's working or coming together. And that's part of the reason too. I can empathize with you this morning. I really can. We are in retrograde. And so that does mess with things. It messes with our electronics. It messes with our plans. Things go awry. And this would be evidence of that. But I am going to get to your energy forecast video. And I'm actually going to pull some extra cards for you than I did in the first one. And I'm going to, but before I do that, I actually wanted to talk about the course that we have coming up. And also we did a Facebook Live, Connie and I did on it was on Monday night. And so if you didn't get a chance to watch part of it, you might want to go back to it. It was so cool. And one of the coolest things was we were launching this new course, and we were talking about the new course, and we were doing mini readings for the people who were signing up on the live. And actually, we're going to extend that to anybody who signs up for the course. And this is one of the reasons too. There's actually a couple of really cool things. Because of the snafu this morning, we decided to extend anybody who signs up by Friday this week. So by May 5th, which is interesting, 5-5, which is change. The number 5 always represents change. And especially because it is amplified, because it's 2, May 5, and then 5, that's a double. That is, again, representing change. So somebody out there needs this to be extended until Friday. And that's what we're going to do. We will do free mini readings for anybody who signs up by Friday. And we also are including a meditation, a joy guide meditation. And in that joy guide meditation, there is a manifestation aspect to it as well. So if there's something you're trying to manifest, that's going to be a great meditation. So we're giving that away to everybody. And also anybody who already signed up for the course that did not get the free mini reading, we are going to extend that to you. Anybody who signs up, who has signed up already up to this point until Friday. So excited. And we will, we'll need a little bit of time to get that to you. But the course, the Spirit School, our 8-week course starts on Monday, and the course starts on May 8th. And in the course, we're going to be covering everything. So it is a course to unlocking your spiritual gifts. If you have been wanting to really tune into your intuition, and you have really been trying to figure out how your guides and your loved ones communicate with you, this is a course that you're definitely going to want to take. And we are covering everything. So from, if you're a beginner, it's perfect for you. If you're advanced, it's perfect for you. We're going to be talking about everything and anything. We have, 8 weeks. And so the modules will be released. One module will be released every week, and there are multiple lessons in there. You're going to be able to go back. It's pre-recorded. You'll be able to watch it at your own pace. We will have a question and answer live that we'll do every week, where you'll be able to ask questions. And if you can't attend the live, it will be recorded so you can watch it at your own pace. That is my alarm to wake up. But since I woke up with such a no, I'm already awake. Thanks, alarm. And that was a message for everybody. Wake up, okay? Wake up and take Spirit School, because you need it, and it's going to be good for you, and you're going to learn so much in it. Do not hesitate. Do not wait. Seriously, You know, my guides have been wanting us to do this for a really long time, and Connie and I have not done a course on spirit in a long time. So the last one was Angel School, which was like, I think 4 years ago. And so this is a big deal that we're doing this. And it's, again, it's going to cover a ton of stuff. We're going to be talking about chakras. We're going to be talking about crystals, dreams. What do dreams mean? How to break those down, numbers, how to understand numbers. We're going to be talking about automatic writing. We're going to be doing connecting, where you'll be able to tune in and connect also and get messages for yourself. We're going to be talking about how to not be afraid of connecting, how to not be afraid of getting messages and receiving messages and tuning into your intuition. That's a really big one. Also, protection. We will talk about protection and how to do a clearing on yourself and do a clearing on your home and on other people. We're covering everything in this course. So do not hesitate. Do not wait. Sign up. And like I said, you will receive a free mini reading from Connie and I. And also you will receive the Joy Guide meditation. So the other really cool thing, oh, and to sign up, hello, I forgot to say that, but it should be in the description as well. We have a new website that is Michigan Medium Angels Kajabi, KAJABI.com. MichiganMediumAngels.mykajabi.com. And that is our new website. So please sign up for the newsletter for future info, because that will assure that you're on our newsletter to get all the information. And we're trying to combine our two websites on there. We were having an issue with the email. That's why we need to make sure that you sign up, but we'll get that figured out. So with the course, that's where you can go and sign up for Spirit School. The manifesting course we're not running right now, but the Spirit School we are. And you can go look at the breakdown of what we're going to be teaching in each module, and what we will be covering in Spirit School. It's all on there. So if you have questions, go in there and you can look, and you should get your questions will be answered. So let me see. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. So when we were on the Facebook Live that we did, it was really cool because we were doing these mini readings for everybody that were signing up for the course. And we weren't able to get messages to everybody, but we did some in between. We were on there for like 3 hours. And that's why I was saying, if you get a chance, go back and watch it, because there were some parts that were it was phenomenal. It was really, really amazing, the readings that we did, and how Connie and I, we were so in sync too. It was so fun. And there was the next morning when I woke up, I started hearing a song in my head, and it was 8 Days a Week by the Beatles, 8 Days a Week. And I kept hearing it playing over and over. That's how you know that spirit is trying to talk to you, when you hear something repeating. That's at least how I hear it too. And I was like, 8 days a week, where's that coming from? So I knew it was a message for somebody. And I went on Facebook to go check our posts. And I saw the first person that jumped out at me. And I felt like the song went to her. And I messaged her. And it turns out that her husband, who had passed away, used to sing that song to her. Okay. It was one of their favorite songs, and he used to sing it to her. I was like, that's so cool. And she was on the Facebook Live that night, and we weren't able to get a message to her. And I believe she was asking too for a message. So that was her husband's way of saying, honey, I'm here. I did not forget about you. Don't you worry. I was getting a message to you. And that is how our loved ones will come through. That's how they try to get our attention. And so I just thought that was the coolest thing. And I was so happy to be able to deliver that message to her in the morning. It made me so happy, and it made her happy. And so I wanted to share that with you guys too. So the cards, let's get into the cards. Okay. This is going to be for the next couple of weeks for May, what you can expect. Obviously, we are in retrograde. Retrograde ends on Mother's Day, which I want to wish all of you mothers out there happy Mother's Day. And also, this may be a difficult time too for those of you who have lost a mother, or for various reasons too. And I just want to, Connie and I, we want to wish you a happy Mother's Day, and also acknowledging two mothers that are on the other side for those of you who have lost a mother figure. and also children too for mothers. And so I just want to let you know that your loved ones are stepping forward to acknowledge that, and saying that they are around you. And I, again, we know how difficult that can be. So if you are struggling, call in Archangel Raphael, who will help with heart healing. He is also a great archangel to connect with for relationships and for love. Okay. And then I think I was saying this too with retrograde. That is going to be done. I believe retrograde ends on the 14th. Yes, May 14th, which actually happens to be Mother's Day. So sending lots of love to all of you out there. And I'm going to go ahead and get started in the energy forecast reading about what you can expect for the next couple of weeks with the cards. And like I said, I'm probably going to pull some extra cards too. So I pulled back out the cards that came out for one of the spreads. This to me feels like the theme of kind of what's going on for the month. And it does actually have a lot to do with children. The first card is the Knight of Cups reversed, which this is usually connected with a romantic relationship. When it's reversed, that is representing like something not going right with a relationship, or some type of, it can be a conflict, or it can be like you're struggling with a relationship in general. Usually it is connected with a romantic relationship. And that may be influencing something going on with children, because there's quite a theme in the cards with children and money. And so something reversed with that too. Well, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is next, which is about giving to children, helping children financially. And it can also represent help in some way for them. Emotional support. They may be needing some extra emotional support right now, is what I'm hearing too. And or you may be thinking about, saving money for the future for children, how this, the situation is going to affect children in the future. That's a big thing too, how things are going to affect children, your children, grandchildren, and even potentially you as well. For the future, being children, yourself from your parents. Somehow there's a connection with that financially, whether it's receiving money or trying to figure out how to put money away for children. The next card is the Temperance card. It was reversed, and this is a balance card. This is all about balance. So it's finding balance within saving for children. And also I'm hearing worrying about children and issues that are going on with them. This can also connect with your own inner child, where you may be getting triggered with things connected to financial, connected with money, feeling like you can't get ahead, feeling like you keep trying to save and it's like you're not getting anywhere. Honestly, what I'm being shown energetically is it's really important for you to not stress and not worry about it. There is going to be, which I've talked about this before, there will be a financial downturn here. And I know a lot of people are experiencing this already or feeling this already. This is why it's really important not to not to freak out. This is going to affect everyone. And it's important in our world for things to sometimes turn upside down, because it's whatever's going on is not working. And this is worldwide. This is in our lives. Something isn't working that needs to get changed. And it could be the way that you're looking at things. It could be something in your life needs to change, like with job or career or with relationship. And that affects children. And that is affecting future. Okay. Because I keep getting the future card too. So what you're doing right now, there's what I'm hearing too is like making sure that you're saving, making sure that you're putting money away if you can, but if you can't save it's really important for you not to stress about that, because again, things are kind of going to go down financially a little bit, in the world and in the economy, and then they will go back up. So it's a temporary thing. It is going to affect a lot of people, and it already is. But the important part is like to not making sure that you're not stressing about it. It's not forever. Like with the housing market, it goes down and then it's going to come back up again. So a lot of people, I just keep telling them to like hold, like don't do anything, like don't panic. hold a very steady vibrational space of like grounding, like being okay, this is where it's going to be. I'm going to have to kind of budget. I'm hearing some budgeting, but don't panic about things. So it's like you may go through some savings, but again, that turn in the economy down the road, that's going to change things, and things will go back up again. Because the last card is the Five of Pentacles, which is financial reverses. This represents where money, you feel like it's barren. You can see it looks like a barren, there's nothing there. The tree is like kind of, it has a few coins on it, but it's like a barren tree, and that is reversed. So this card, which is a good thing, that card being reversed, because upright, it represents a lack of money. When it's reversed, to me, my representation of that is that there's a reversal of not having money, that money will be coming forward for you. And then the overall card is the Six of Cups, which is children, representing spending time with children, having fun with children. That is upright. And that's the overall theme of the cards too. And again, not getting caught up in the fear, but allowing yourself to tune into your inner child. What is it that I need to feel safe? A lot of times people think, well, if I have a certain amount of money, that's going to make me feel safe. And when you get there, it's like you still don't feel safe. So the safety doesn't come from the money, the safety comes from within. And when you know that you will have everything provided for you, you have everything you need, that is what is going to bring that safe feeling, that peaceful feeling. It comes from within. It doesn't come outside of you. It comes from within, because you know that you have access to whatever you need at any time. You know that the universe is going to provide for you. And that's a big theme too for what's going on right now, making sure that you're tuning into that, tuning into your own intuition. And that's what the course, we're going to teach you how to do that in the course also, is how to really listen to your intuition and find that inner peace, because it doesn't come from outside of you. No amount of money, no amount of anything will provide that for you, other than tuning within and tuning in with your guides and feeling that connection with spirit, with source, with God, source energy, whatever it is that you connect with. That is where you're going to find your peace, because you know that everything is going to be okay no matter what. And you always know that. That's where I am. I have so much peace in my life. I have so much happiness in my life. Yes, things happen. And like today with the energy forecast video, but it's like, I know it happened for a reason. We needed to extend our mini readings for somebody, and that also is an abundance thing, right? So that is where someone out there just received some abundance from this whole thing that happened, because they're going to end up getting a mini reading because of it. So because of the mistake, and it wasn't really a mistake. There are no mistakes. Things always happen for a reason. And so I'm going to pull a couple more cards too. But again, overall theme is like with the financial, try to really not get too caught up in again with saving right now, really tuning into almost like that inner child within you and bringing in more joy, working on bringing in some fun, working on, you may be spending time with children right now, and having, again, some emotional things kind of going on with them. But overall, like in the next couple of weeks, like I said, you may have to like spend some extra money on them, or you may need to be spending some extra money on yourself. That was another thing too. A theme was taking care of you, your inner child, and making sure that you are not giving too much away, that you are really nurturing yourself, nurturing your inner child. There may be, maybe you're feeling more stressed than normal. Nobody else can take care of you. You need to take care of yourself. And so nobody else is responsible for that other than you. And it's important for you to be doing the things that you need to, for you to feel balanced. Again, there's the balance card, and over giving doesn't help you or your children or your family or anyone. if you're not giving to yourself and you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to feel depleted and you're going to run yourself down. That was the other message for that I was getting to, making sure that you are really taking care of yourself and you're not expecting others to do that for you. It isn't anyone else's responsibility to make sure that you are being taken care of. Take care of yourself. Okay. So that's another theme for the next couple of weeks too. So I am going to, oh yeah, I'm going to pull the card from the Romance Angels deck. This is about relationships. This is new love. So there is going to be, whether or not you're in an actual relationship right now, or you are looking for somebody, that is just representing new love coming into your life. That could be love for yourself, self-love. Again, what I was just talking about too, giving yourself love, not looking for that from outside of you, really focusing on your worth and your value, I feel. And then they were bringing forward reevaluating too. There's some reevaluating going on with relationships. What relationships are working for you and what relationships are not. If there's a situation where you feel like you need to, you're questioning, you're trying to figure out if you should leave or stay, I'm feeling like you may need more time to really work through that. I almost feel like it's not necessarily okay, thank you. They're saying there are some situations where it is important for you to move on, okay, and not stay because there's new love that is coming for you in the future. And then there are situations where it's like you need to really nurture your relationship and work on it. If you're in a relationship where it feels like it's being depleted, you're being depleted in the relationship, your needs are not being met, and it's a continual circle. It's going around and around and around, and you're having the same loop. Okay. So things are going okay. Then something happens and it doesn't work. And then all of a sudden, there's all this chaos. And then, it goes around and around in a circle and you're doing the same thing over and over again. That is not a healthy relationship. Healthy relationship is where there's give and take. Okay. And there's going to be times when you feel maybe, where one person is going to be needing more than the other person, but it isn't depleting. It isn't exhausting. It's uplifting. The majority of the time, the relationship is uplifting and you feel good in the relationship. If it's a continual where it's like a battle and you feel like you're being drained and you feel like you're being weighed down, that is telling you that the relationship isn't working anymore. And you may just need to take some time to reevaluate and take some time for yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to move on out of the relationship, but this is also going for multiple things. This is going for a job, I'm hearing to tell you, and also within like friendships too. So I feel like this card really, the new love represents a new way of loving yourself, a new way of doing things, something different in incorporating this into all of your relationships in a new way. It's about how do you want to show up for yourself and how do you want to show up in your relationships? Because it really comes down to you. It really isn't about the other people. It's about how you show up for yourself. What are you willing to accept in a relationship? Are you giving as much as you're expecting? And if you're giving, again, over giving, you need to correct that. That is not a healthy exchange in a relationship. And that's where I'm hearing to reevaluate. There's a lot of reevaluating, looking at what is working and what isn't working. And it's sort of like you're reviewing and you're reflecting at this time. And then you may, in a few weeks or in a month, you may be making some changes down the road. But right now, it's really about looking at what's going on because we have a full moon actually coming out on May 5th. And that means being able to see things that have been hidden, those things that have been hidden in a relationship or in your life are coming to light. And that means that there's going to need to be some changes, something, again, 5-5, interesting changes, being able to see things that have been hidden, allowing those things to come to the surface. And then what steps are you going to take to change for yourself, showing up for yourself. New love can represent loving yourself in a new way, not doing the old way, right? Doing a new way. And that means being there for yourself and expecting, and when you show up for you, it changes the dynamic and it changes the energy of the relationships that are around you. So it's not expecting other people to change. And if you're expecting other people to change for you to be happy, that's where you're going to need to look at yourself, and you're going to need to do something different within you. It cannot be about somebody else. It may be that that relationship isn't working anymore and you need to move on, but that's just because they're not able to give you what it is that you need within yourself. First, you've got to give it to yourself and see if that changes energetically the situations and the circumstances around you, because it will. So very interesting. That was a lot all wrapped up in there. And if you're looking for, again, a relationship, that is letting you know that there is a relationship that is open, that it's like there's an open door, an open space, that if you want that and you are looking for that, that is available for you energetically. But you've got to first take care of yourself and do some self-evaluating and work on taking care of you first in order to bring that energy in. And also that could be working on your relationship too, working on your current relationship, and working on self-love for yourself. And like I said, what I was hearing too, there's a lot of endings with relationships right now. Again, jobs, circumstances, people, family, all of that, lots of endings. If the relationship or the job is draining, it means that it's time for you to move on, or for you to start to look for something else. But first, you've got to be taking care of you and being grounded. So that's the theme. New love, self-love, work on that first. So I am going to pull another card. Okay, Angels of Abundance, they just said. From the Angels of Abundance deck, I'm going to pull another card and see what they want to bring forward for all of us. What do the Angels of Abundance want to tell us for today? Clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So there may be a situation where you feel like you're having to deal with debt, or you feel like you're putting yourself in debt. This is an interesting one, because if there is a situation where you need to do something to take care of yourself, and that is like a medical or a health issue, there's sometimes where you need to do that. And it's all about perspective and how you look at it. If it feels heavy to you, change your perspective on it. Start to see debt as this is something that somebody gave me money to be able to help me with this situation. And I'm grateful that I was able to do X, Y, and Z with that money. And I will slowly be taking care of that. And thank you, angels and guides, for helping me to be able to clear this debt. But you want to switch the feeling of the debt of feeling heavy to a feeling of being grateful, gratitude. Okay. If you're in a situation right now where you feel like you're incurring debt, again, change your perspective and your thought process on it and recognize it's temporary. And in your mind, making a plan, you know what, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to take care of this, and I'm not going to stress about it, because again, stress doesn't help you. If you have something that you have to deal with, if it's a serious situation, you have to deal with it, then you need to. You don't want to put that stuff off. But looking at the situation from a different perspective is really going to help you. And I'm hearing too that you may end up, there may be situations where you're needing to go into what I would say debt for a short period of time, but shift the energy of it. Again, shift the energy of how you're perceiving it. And that is going to help you to be able to like manifest extra that you're going to need to be able to get yourself out of it. So like when you buy a house, you're in debt then, right? You have a mortgage, but it's not a negative. It's just something that it's like, yep, that's what I'm going to be paying that off for a certain number of years. and be grateful. Thank you. That's what you want to hear. The next card that I pulled is do the work. So there's a situation too where you're needing to do some extra internal work, really tuning into your own intuition again, going within with sort of withdrawing, like I was saying, from the world, because we're in retrograde. Retrograde represents going within. Tuning into your inner guidance and sitting with maybe some uncomfortable feelings, things that you haven't had a chance to look at or you've been meaning to like take time to do. Now's the time to do it. Do some of the work, take a few hours, take some timed solitude and do some journaling, write some things down. In Spirit School, we are going to talk about tuning into your intuition and really listening to those messages from your guides and angels and how to connect with your guides and angels to get answers and solutions, figure out which directions to go in. And so there are some things that you're going to need to take care of. That's what this card represents, doing the work. There are action steps that you need to take right now. You may feel like you have had some stuff on the back burner that you've been needing to take care of. I know I do. I have meditations that need to be recorded. I just have a lot of stuff. I have my children's book that I need to get taken care of and done. I want to get it out there. So there are some things that have been like on the back burner for me that I've really been wanting to do. So, okay, thank you. My guides were just saying, that I have to get to work, but that also goes to you too. So if there's something that you've been wanting to do, something creative, you've been wanting to put out into the world, you feel like you may be able to even make some money from that, start to really take steps towards that goal. Because after the 14th, we're going to be out of retrograde and things are going to start to move. There's action. Things are going to start to happen. And that's when it's a really good time to put your energy out into the world again, to make money, to like new ideas, new creative ideas, new situations. I feel like there are going to be some maybe epiphanies, things that are like, oh yeah, you know what? I need to do that, or this needs to get done. And then I'm going to feel so much better, or I'm going to make money, or this is a great avenue for me, to start to go forward or to shift my life. So that's the energy that we're looking at for the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for being patient about the energy forecast video, and so looking forward to everybody being in Spirit School. Cannot wait. That starts again on May 8th. Go ahead and go to Michigan Medium Angels.mykajabi.com and you can sign up for Spirit School there. And it will give you a breakdown of everything that you can expect in the course. And I also wanted to mention too, that my book is available because we talked about it on the Facebook Live, The Keys to Your Higher Self. This is available on my website, which is lauraashley-abraham.com. And it is under the shop section. Somebody had said that they couldn't purchase it. I think the little icon wasn't working somewhere in where the books are. So go into the shop and you can purchase it there. And actually in my book too, I talk about my spiritual experience. I talk about what happened and how I ended up doing this and how I ended up, it changed my whole life. It brought me so much peace, being able to connect with my guides and angels and being able to get messages and understand why things had happened in my life. And I talk about my own personal journey about healing and going through having abusive memories coming back and learning how to deal with all of that. I created my own process on how to do that. That's something in the future I'm going to create too, or create either a program or write a book about, because that's something I want to get out. But if you are struggling with anything that has to do with some type of healing and you feel like you have some blocks, reach out to me because I do coaching and I do readings on that too. So again, thank you so much for being patient and hope you have a great rest of your couple of weeks here. I'll do another energy forecast real soon and sending you lots of love today and always and every day. And again, happy Mother's Day. Love you.